You know, what I propose at this point is somewhat of a ritual, but I think it's appropriate, especially this year when we achieved far more than we had hoped for given the COVID situation. So what I would ask is, where do we go from here?
I think it's been a fantastic year. You think about it, we've been to places searching where we probably wouldn't have bothered searching before. And I'm really looking forward to going back to the swamp, and I can't wait to get stuck in.
You know, to me, I feel like we're on the right path, and as long as we keep going down and using the science to make informed decisions, I don't want to say we can't lose, but, you know, I hope that we can get closer, if not find what we're looking for.
Yeah, if we keep up at this pace, you know, I think we're going to find this sucker eventually.
I think it's progress on all fronts. There's evidence of significant work done in the swamp, which could be the infrastructure used in the deposition. An optimistic new spot in the money pit to investigate. We've discovered and know a lot more about the features surrounding the money pit than we've known in the past. Like I said, progress on all fronts.
I'd say he's all in. What would you say? Greg?
Well, I think we had an amazing year, and I guess time to take a break. We have a tremendous amount of data that we all need to go through. So my hope for next year is that COVID is either a thing of the past or very manageable, so I can get out there a lot more and help you guys.
Marty?
Well, most of what needs to be said has been said, Rick, so I'll just say very succinctly, silver in the water. Silver in the water. So we continue to dig, both figuratively for information and literally for this treasure, and that's what we do. I will say this, I'd like to say this, that Tom and Rick were correct. There are answers in that swamp for sure. And again, something that's indisputable is that if this had all been left to me, none of this would have been found. So what does this really speak to? I think it really speaks to Rick Lagina's persistence, leadership. You know, he has been single-handedly leading us into this, and look what we have. So I think everybody should be proud of what we did. And I know everybody is thinking this, and I just want to say it. We are truly impressed and honored to be led by you in this endeavor.
Amen.
Here, here.
Yes.
Okay, well now I'm not going to be able to talk anymore because now I'm emotional. So now it's all on. Now it's all on you guys.
It's all true. It's all true.
I appreciate it, certainly.
Yes.
For me, I think I can sum up how I feel. 2 words: humble and grateful. Humble because for the kind words that my brother articulated. I really, really appreciate that. And humbled by the fact that we've been lucky enough to participate in this. It's a wonderful story. It always will be. It belongs to each and every one of us because we have labored so mightily to try and solve it. And not only us, but Tom's father, Dan, David, the people that we have lost, and the people that have come before us long ago, who we owe a debt of gratitude to, and grateful for all of you. Because Marty said, you know, about leading, but you can't lead if people don't follow. And I appreciate and respect all of you.
We'll follow you anywhere, mate.
Yes.
That's why we're here.
I appreciate it. More than you know. Okay, let's get it done.
Yeah.
Amen. Good season. Well done, everyone.
Stay safe.
See you guys.
See you guys.
Safe travels.
This year went incredibly well, given the obstacles. Rick did a phenomenal job of pulling it together and really making significant discoveries when, at the start of this year, we thought we weren't going to get on the island at all.
See you soon.
Bye, mate.
Well, Yep.
Till next time?
Yep.
Yeah, till next time.
It's gratifying to see that team having produced what it produced. And with these metals in the water analysis, we gotta be closing in on the treasure. We gotta be. It just can't hide forever if it's still there. It can't. We're gonna get it.
See you guys.
See ya.
I've said it before. I think the story of what happened here is the real treasure. And I think we've made significant progress. Are we closer to finding an actual physical treasure? I think the clues are adding up that ultimately we'll get either ourselves there or someone there.
For more than 2 centuries, determined people have tirelessly worked to solve the Oak Island mystery. Most operated on a fervent faith that their efforts were worth it. 6 men even gave their lives. Since he was just a young boy, Rick Lagina has also embodied a deeply held faith that something of incredible value lays buried on Oak Island. But now, he and his brother Marty, along with their faithful team, have the scientific evidence. And as they move forward, might they also prove something much more profound? That solving the Oak Island mystery is their destiny.
Oak Island at some point will be understood in its entirety. And I look forward to that day, and I hope it's us.
All right, well, here we go, gents.
With the harsh North Atlantic winter fast approaching, the final week of search activities this year has begun on Oak Island.
Well, can we get there? I want to find the metal.
However, brothers Rick and Marty Lagina and their team believe that they still have the necessary time needed to make a discovery in the fabled Money Pit area that could finally solve a 229-year-old treasure mystery.
This is that spot on the map I gave you?
The spot you gave me on the map, right there. We're only about 8 feet northwest off the garden shack.
Okay.
You got to remember, we're looking for a room. We're looking for a vault. This one might tell the tale.
All right, let's get out of the way and let's let this hole get drilled. Come on.
Okay, good.
Now, after geoscientist Dr. Ian Spooner and his colleague Dr. Fred Michael conducted new water sampling tests near the garden shaft, they have marked a new borehole location known as E.5N 14.5, where they believe the source of the precious metals may be located some 100 feet below.
We're gonna take one big swing, and you know, we got a chance of actually finding treasure with this well.
Dr. Spooner and Dr. Michael have strongly stated that in this area, there is a source of the metals they're detecting, and they don't believe it's natural. Thus, this location may be X marks the spot.
I'm calling this Bravo Sierra. That's the spot, man. I can feel it.
I hope so.
This is the last hole, and we might as well drill till we can't drill. I'm looking for this borehole to penetrate a treasure vault.
We have a core, gentlemen. This is it.
One of our last best chances right here.
What do you have, Marvin?
119.
119.
Thank you. Let's have a look.
Come on, be something.
Sand, sand, miserable sand.
Yeah.
Does not look promising.
Unfortunately, it's just in situ material, sadly.
Hey, Ian.
Yep.
So, can we conclude we're through the zone of interest for the time being?
Yeah, we're through the area that we're really focused on. I mean, for us, the big deal now is letting this whole place rest a bit so we can see if we can pick up anything in the water.
Absolutely.
It is a profoundly disappointing moment for Rick, Marty, Craig, and their team. The vast source of precious metals that have been repeatedly detected in this area remains elusive.
Well, look, I'm disappointed. It's the end of the season, and we don't have the treasure or the story in our hands. And it doesn't make any sense. The data strongly shows that there is some massive metal that was put down in the money pit. So once again, Oak Island hands us a mystery. The problem with this sand is there's so much clay with it. I mean, the sand might transmit a lot of water if it wasn't so full of other stuff.
Yeah. Not even really saturated.
I mean, there's nothing here that can deliver the kind of water that's going in the garden shaft.
No.
So, I mean, the obvious, Ian, I mean, what's staring us in the face is this sand is incapable of doing what happened in the garden shaft, then it kind of leads credence to the so-called flood tunnel.
Yep.
Although the team is greatly disappointed that they didn't recover valuables, could they be correct that they have unearthed compelling evidence that a man-made tunnel connected to the ocean may have caused the flooding that recently took place some 100 feet deep in the garden shaft?
Let's you two and me go and have a little confab here.
Okay.
If so, could that offer more proof that the treasure is, in fact, somewhere nearby and protected by a genuine booby trap, as many have believed for more than 2 centuries?
Well, okay, guys, so ends another season, at least for drilling, right?
Yeah. I am sad that we didn't make progress or solve it.
No, it's disappointing. But in the last 5 years, each year, I'm thinking that we better do it pretty soon. I mean, what are we up to, 600 wells now? I don't know. I mean, we still have the metals in the water.
Sure do.
And I do think what we just learned down there is important. That could not have transmitted the kind of water that's in the garden shaft, right?
No. I still think, though, the metals are in the water. And we have 2 really good scientists that say it's meaningful. It's not just some sort of fluke. We're still excited. These metals in the water still strongly suggest some sort of treasure deposit.
There we go.
I think we need to take a deep breath, and we need to look at what we did and then try and figure out what we need to do next year. Look, you know what? Tomorrow we're going to get the team together. We're going to have a lot more on the table to talk about. But I got to say, Rick, it's nice to hear you still very positive.
100%. If you believe in something, you just persevere. Sempre avanti.
Sempre avanti. Thanks for everybody being here. We're on a treasure hunt, and I think the most significant thing to us is probably the money pit.
Yeah.
So let's get to it. We have in front of us a very fine exhibit. I really like this. These are the canisters.
There.
I guess in my view, there were 2 big things this year that we wanted to accomplish. One was to find out where those metals were coming from. And the other is to see what the garden shaft itself could tell us. We got down to 95-ish feet. We start just about to commence our horizontal drilling, which is one of the purposes, and we were flooded out, and not just flooded out, big time flooded out.
I mean, what's always interested me about it is this tunnel goes right into the baby blob, right?
Yes.
And so I'm super interested in what's happening in that direction.
Fred, are the amount of metals you see consistent with a treasure that was once there and gone, or not?
Those metal anomalies that we've been seeing are truly anomalous. So to answer your question, in order to be getting those anomalies, there still has to be something present in the subsurface.
Yes. That's for sure.
You're right.
Yeah, you're damn right on that. Dr. Fred Michael is absolutely rock solid that there's some quantity of metal that's giving off these metals in the water. We drilled the heck out of the baby blob and we didn't find anything. So I want to dig to the northeast between the baby blob and the garden shaft until we get more data.
In addition to the region surrounding the garden shaft, the team has recovered evidence in 3 other locations that suggest there could be numerous deposits of treasure in the money pit area. One of these is known as Aladdin's Cave.
Whoa, whoa, whoa. Hold up.
Where the team discovered a massive cavern some 150 feet deep, containing water that has yielded trace evidence of precious metals and wooden structures.
Look at all the wood.
Another area of interest is borehole RF1, where in 2019, the team was astounded to discover massive wooden beams more than 100 feet deep that featured Roman numerals, as well as the pickaxe, which has been scientifically linked to Scandinavia. The other location is known as borehole H8, which was excavated in 2017. That the team not only discovered possible evidence of the fabled chapel vault nearly 180 feet underground, but also pieces of parchment and leather bookbinding.
RF1 and H8 we thought were the money pit. It's exciting as it just shows how much opportunity is still here. I do want to say thanks to Rick and the team that put this together, because I do think this is very helpful. I think we covered a hell of a lot of ground, and I thank everybody for their input. What do you guys think?
Yeah, I think we had a good year, and I think we got a lot of opportunity going forward.
I'll be honest, I thought the other night about, when I was a little kid, and do I still believe? Is the little boy still inside of me? And I thought long and hard about that. And what I came to realize is he still is there, but he's there because of you guys and you ladies. And I still believe, and the little boy is still cheering us on. And I am extremely grateful for each and every one of you. And that's all I have to say. So thank you all.
Okay, so I've often said nobody can follow a Rick Lagina speech. So with that, I think we're done for the season.
After a speech like that, to the longboats.
What started as a dream for two boys from Michigan nearly 60 years ago has become a real-life adventure that fulfilled their wildest imaginations.
Matt, good to see you. Hi, Al.
According to determined research, tireless effort, and hard science, something of profound value and importance lies buried on Oak Island.
Thanks, guys, for all the hard work.
And when Rick, Marty, and the Fellowship of the Dig return next spring, it may finally spell the end of a mystery that has lasted for more than 2 centuries.
Well, you're clearly drilling.
Yes,
I can hear it.
absolutely.
Rick and Marty Lagina arrive at the Money Pit area to check on the progress of the probe drilling operation within the garden shaft.
We're getting close.
You're getting about 3 inches.
Yeah. How deep are they?
Right, they're at depth down to 93 feet.
They should be right at the point where there's...
Should be right on the wood.
Yes.
Having reached the approximate depth of the believed tunnel that may lead directly westward into the possible treasure zone, the burning questions are, can they locate the structure? And if so, can they breach it to see what it may contain?
That's good. Today is the last day. There's no question about it. We must have to pack up. We have really only half a day of real active search agenda.
Well, something's going on here. Something's binding it up.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, try that again. Go down some more.
Wood would do that.
I'd like to pull the bits and see what's down there. What do you guys think?
I'd do it before we run out of time.
Okay,
Yeah, it's a good idea.
copy, Rodney.
Go ahead, Roger.
Yeah, the guys would like you to stop drilling right now. Let's pull the rods out. Let's clean out the filings, make sure everything goes in a bag, and see what we can see.
10-4. Oak Island doesn't give up her secrets very easy. No, she does not.
This is it. We're gonna have to get whatever information we can get and hopefully figure out what this wood is at the base of the garden shaft. So I'm hoping Rodney has found something significant.
Hello,
Hey,
gentlemen.
Rodney.
What you got, Rodney? Bags of goods. Any sign of any wood in it?
Nothing big.
Let me just ask you this. You were pretty sure you were on wood. Are you still pretty sure?
I'm like 99.9% sure I hit wood on the north side. Unfortunately, we didn't have a direct hit and able to get into the tunnel, but we may have come down beside it. I think so, yes.
If we just came down on the edge of it, we can use that to project the line of the tunnel.
Rick, you and I gotta go down there. We haven't explored the bottom yet to see where the tunnel is. So let's go get suited up. I want to go down that shaft.
10 years ago, or longer, We never would have anticipated this moment where Marty and I get to go down together underground in the money pit.
Well, Rick, it all started here, and so we're going down there together, right?
So it's going to be pretty unique. It'll be interesting to see what our takeaways are.
Now let's go down the damn shaft, okay? Let's go. Are you leading?
Yeah,
I leading.
I'll lead you guys down there. We're ready to rock.
Yeah, we're gonna figure it all out right now.
Yeah.
It's like a childhood fantasy, isn't it? I mean, Rick and I, 60 years later, are going way underground in the money pit area. And we're in a position that other people were in over literally hundreds of years and trying to find this treasure. And I'm there with Rick, who has been enamored of this thing since he was 10. And, you know, here we are doing it together as brothers. All right, big brother, I know this is really quite awe-inspiring.
Yeah, really is quite a trip back in time.
It's pretty amazing.
Oh, absolutely.
Okay, we're running out of time this year, but this thing is not going anywhere.
Oh, no. Oh, no.
You know, this is where things would fall. You know how Gary always says, things fall to the lowest point, right? If there's anything to be found in this shaft, it might be there. I think it's worth running a metal detector.
Yes, but it also, what if we're 5 feet above something? He might be able to detect it.
That's a great idea.
And the other thing is the coil he's got on there, you can immerse it in water. So
Yes.
you could stand on the edge and put the coil down it.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm gonna give him a call. Hey, guys.
Hey, Roger, this is Scott.
Hey, Scott. Yeah, we're down here wondering if you guys can get Gary to come over here.
Copy that. We'll get Gary and get him geared up to go down the hole.
Works.
Yeah.
With the literally few moments we have left is to get Gary to try and metal detect him.
Finally.
We could be close to the actual treasure.
All right, mate, coming down.
What do you think, Gary?
Oh, wow. What a ride. Oh, my God, this is fantastic. I have a chance to be the first person metal detecting down in the money pit.
Okay, detector coming down. Okay, keep it coming.
This is it. Standing next to Rick and Marty on these thick planks and knowing that there's all this mud and water below me.
Got it.
This feels fantastic. And the whole scene around me, it looks like it's medieval, almost like I'm in a dungeon in a castle back in Templar days.
Just so you know, there's going to be a lot of modern nails and wire down there.
No worries, mate. That's why I'm using my CTX 3030. You've got the discrimination bells and whistles with this.
That's what we need, Gary. We're looking two different things. Rick's idea is that we are at the base of the old shaft, and if those guys dropped anything, it's here.
Oh,
right?
yeah.
Yeah. And then the other thing is, what if we're close to something big? You know, you and I. Yeah, right. There's that, too.
Yeah.
So, all right, we got to move that board, Rick.
Okay,
Let's
mate.
You and I do that.
Yeah.
Over here? Put it over there. Okay. There's a hole. It's 2 feet deep.
Okay. Well, where does muck there's treasure, mate?
Yeah.
We'll see what's down there, mate. All right. Extend it a little bit. All right. Oh, that's the best sounding target. Yeah, that sounded really good. We know where the hits are, just as importantly. This is a non-ferrous target. This could be gold, it could be silver, it could be copper. Either way, it's a great sounding signal.
Gary, you're the man. You're the man.
That was so much fun.
Is it possible that Gary has detected evidence of the fabled Oak Island treasure in the muddy soil, just a few feet below the bottom level of the garden shaft? Or could the signals be coming from the believed tunnel, some 10 feet below, which runs westward toward the baby blob?
You guys are grinning from ear to ear.
As exciting as this moment is, it is also bittersweet, because at this point in the year, Dumas does not have the legal permits to extend the shaft any deeper. And Rick and Marty cannot risk the future of the project, nor the safety of their team, by attempting to breach the bottom of the shaft to explore what could be dangerously unstable ground below.
The level of excitement when he describes a non-ferrous hit, it's through the roof. And that's why it's so frustrating not to go after this target, but we're at the end of the year. I wish there was more time.
All right, here's the deal. We're done for today. Everybody's cold. Put this ladder back up. Let's get out of here.
Tomorrow, we will have the final war room.
Yeah.
The following morning,
Gentlemen, ladies.
To me, I'm not going to get real eloquent, and everybody knows I'm pretty shy, but I do want to say that, you know, every journey is a shared experience, and we have been on a decades-long journey together, all of us, and that's quite remarkable. Think how eclectic this group is, how different we are, how we bring different skill sets, different perspectives, different understandings, different logic to what is an incredible mystery. And remember where the journey started. That little 5 pages, that's where the journey started. And this is decades in the making. And then think of all the others that have come before us. It's incredible, right? It's absolutely incredible. Just give yourself a moment in time and say, you know what? I was part of something that was much bigger than myself. I just want to say that, you know, you guys know I get a little bit emotional, but I appreciate each and every one of you. I really think that we have done something together that is quite remarkable. I'm glad my brother's been with me, and my nephew, and Peter, and David as well, and everybody, you know, the whole family has really been involved in this, as has Tom's. And so I am really grateful for the experience.
We're not done yet.
We're not done yet.
No.
We're grateful he brought us for the ride.
Absolutely.
What a ride.
Look, Rick, you say you're not eloquent. I would say you're quite eloquent, and I think that is a perfect ending to this year. I will just thank everybody again. I know everybody here does live and breathe all this, but for now, I think we're done.
Yep. And we haven't seen nothing yet.
That's right, Gary.
as they prepare for the next great chapter of this adventure next spring, will Rick, Marty, and the team finally be able to answer the ultimate questions and shatter the curse of Oak Island?